Here are some plants which are having reticulate venation in their leaves. This is rose plant. You can see number of roses are here. So rose plant will be having, you can see, let's see the leaves. The leaves are having reticulate venation. So naturally, now as you have seen it, so you can understand that from this video, when you see the video clearly, you can understand that what type of a root these plants with reticulate venation will have. And this is a grass plant which is here. Grasses are there, they have grown so big, and you can see the venation of these. So as you continue in this video, you can understand that as these plants are having these parallel venation which is very clearly visible, the veins are parallel to the midrib. So what type of a root this plant will be having, you can understand easily all this from your video. So stay tuned till the end so that you can get this wonderful information from this video, and share the video with your friends. If you have liked it, press the like button and subscribe to the channel. Be a part of the channel. Stay tuned. Plants have various types of roots, that is mainly fibrous roots and tap roots. So let's understand by taking out some of these plants which are there around us. It's preferably good to take out the weeds, as if we take out the normal plants, then they cannot be grown again. So let's take out the weeds, because weeds have to be anyway removed. So you can see there is a bundle of grasses here. So let me take it out through its roots and see how the roots are there. The roots are together in a bunch. So this is the fibrous root in which roots are together in a bunch. Let me take out more grasses so that you can understand this type of roots better. See here, the roots have been taken out from these grasses. So these grasses have fibrous root. As you can see, a bundle of roots are coming out together from one place, and there is no particular main root or its branches. So there are a bundle of roots here together. You see here also there is a bundle of roots. So these type of grasses, they are having, you can see here, they are having parallel venation of their leaves, and their roots are fibrous in nature. So by seeing the leaves, you can understand what type of root is present of that particular plant. Leaf venation tells us the type of roots. Now let's see with this type of weed which is standing here, what type of a root it has. See, I have taken out, but root has not come. So let me take out this plant slowly. See, when I have taken out this plant which is having the reticulate venation, you can see reticulate venation, that is net-like pattern in its leaves. These are all reticulate venation of leaves. So reticulate venation, then you see the roots. The roots are tap root. In the tap root, you can see clearly there is a main root with its branches. All around it there are branches in the roots. These are the small ones are the root hairs. These are secondary roots, and in this, these small ones, they can be called as root hairs, and this is the main root. And this tap root goes very deep into the ground to absorb the water. And these plants with tap root, they are generally strong because these roots help it to bind it to the soil, keeps it firmly fixed to the soil, and it will not come out easily. But plants with these fibrous roots, they are generally weak because the roots have come out together from one place. So with some wind or large amount of flood or water, force of water and wind, it will come out easily. So they are not very strong. But these plants with tap root, they are generally very strong, and you can see plants with tap root have got these reticulate venation. So by seeing the leaf itself, we can understand the roots of the plants easily. So I hope by this grass and this other weed plant, we have easily understood what is the difference between a tap root and fibrous root, and how with the help of the leaf venation, we can understand what type of a root the plant will be having. So I hope today's video is very clear to you. These are grasses of anther type. Let's see the roots of this plant. It has come up in between the cement, you can see. So how the roots are there, let's see by taking out these roots. See, all the roots have come together. Let's take out few more. Actually, they spread in the ground by its roots. From the under the ground, the roots spread in the ground. That's why it grows up at various places. See, the roots are like this. They are fibrous. So grasses have all fibrous roots because grasses are having parallel venation in their leaves. So by the video, I think you have understood to differentiate between the fibrous roots and the tap root, and you have understood the difference. That is, if the plant's leaves are having parallel venation, its roots will be fibrous, and if the reticulate venation is there in the leaves, the roots will be tap root. Let's see what type of a root this plant has. This plant is actually a climber, but it has given its roots into the ground also, and it is a climber, as you can see here. This plant, it is climbing up onto this Kadi Patta tree. So you can see it is having what type of a root. It is actually turning around through its stem. So stem is the support, and stem has adhered to this branch. So it's not giving out its roots. It's actually adhered by stem to this Kadi Patta plant, and I'm not able to get any type of root in this. It may have, yes, it has attached itself through the stem only. It's not giving out roots into the plant. It's only adhering itself by the stem. As you can see in these various parts, it is adhering to the Kadi Patta plant by its stem. Let's see the roots of this climber plant. So all of you see how the roots appear in this climber plant. From all the nodes you can see the roots have started coming. But these roots are only used for attaching the plant to the walls. It helps to give a support to the plant. Like you can see here, the roots are giving support to the plant. As you see here, the roots are attaching itself here on this wall, and it's on this support. You can see roots are attached to the walls, and some of these roots have grown so bigger. That is, it's used for attaching the plant to the wall and whatever support is available to it in this climber money plant. See how the roots appear and how they attach it to the wall. See, the roots of money plant have grown so big and so lengthy. It actually helps the plant to attach itself to some support like a wall. Here it's trying to attach itself to this staircase. As you see in this case, these are hanging roots which have come out of the money plant stems. From the nodes of this stem, the roots are coming out. In these hanging plants, you see from all the various nodes how the roots are coming out from the nodes of this plant. As you can see here, from the various nodes, the roots are coming out one by one from the various nodes, and with help of which it is attaching itself to the wall here. See how it looks wonderful from the various nodes. The root like structures are coming out and they are attaching the plant to the wall. You can see how firmly it is fixed here because of these roots. These are some creepers. Let's see what type of a root these have. I am taking this up. You see, they are spreading on the ground and they will have roots all around on them. It's not very clearly visible. Let's see on the soil what type of a root this is having. So if I take it out from the soil, you can see it has got some adventitious roots which spread on the ground. You can see from its various portions, these roots are coming out from the under the plant, from the stem. For it to spread, the roots come out. You can see this creeper is having flower also on it, and on the underside if we see, it is having from each of its nodes, the roots are coming out from each of its nodes, as I hope you are able to see from this creeper plant. That is, it gives rise to some roots which help it to bind to the soil from each of its various nodes. These roots are coming out. So these are just like fibrous roots which help it to spread in the ground. Because there are number of roots of this creeper. In the same stem there are so many roots. So it will stand for a longer period of time. And it will not come out easily. Let's see this creeper plant. Where are the roots? Let's see. So you can see here, this plant is having roots at all its nodes. You can see single, it appears to be like your tap root. A single root is going down, and you can see here also from its nodes, each of the nodes, this creeper plant is giving out its roots, and that's why it's able to creep by adhering itself to the ground. These roots go into the ground and they allow this plant to creep and spread on the ground. So you can understand that creepers and climbers have different type of roots. They have got roots which come out from each of their nodes, and they allow the plant to spread on the ground. From each node a single root comes out, and that allows the plant to attach to the soil. So roots can be of various types also. So you can also try this out. You can take out some plants like these from around your surroundings. Try to take out some weeds and try to study that when the venation is reticulate, what type of a root it will be having, and when the venation is parallel, what type of a root the plant will be having. Stay tuned to the channel, be a part of the channel, share this with your friends, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon to get notifications, as ma'am is trying to daily give you some wonderful videos. So happy learning, have a nice time. Bye.